for resonating souls and to prepare the sky opening moment. Yeah, the event, the main event, the big one. Yeah. The cloud forms, you notice, are not coincidence. The ships emit condensation valves. Yeah. Can you remember going way back and I said that, like, they got these things, these like valve things, comes like, it looks like it's coming out of them, but it's not.
Yeah.
The frequency of the craft, yeah, is creating the condensation, like a valve around it. Yeah. The cloud forms, you notice, are not coincidence. The ships emit condensation valves when lowering to this realm's frequency. Some appear as lenticular, like like lens.
Them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the light passes through them. You can't see it, and they create valves, and they sit in the clouds.
All lenticular clouds are UFOs, aren't they?
Yeah. Lenticular clouds, smooth discs. A lot of you sees this, the smooth discs one, yeah. Others as massive storm banks. Inside those clouds is the crystalline plasma structures, humming and alive. Yeah. So they're structures, what you're seeing, they're humming, they're alive, and it's your frequency vibration. Them clouds, them graphs are recognising, yeah, and that's why, like, you'll feel the humming back. Yeah, that's how I mean. These are many ways you know that your frequency and vibrations are. Yeah, like everywhere we go, we feels the same, doesn't it? It's the same. Yeah. Discs, others as massive storm banks, the big black long ones I was telling you about. Yeah. What looks black and there's like big strips.
Massive.
Yeah, because they are. Like I said, you can't see the ends of these. You know. Yeah. Smooth discs, others massive storm banks. Inside those clouds is the crystalline plasma structures, humming and alive. But remember, they are not above in distance the way planes are above the ground. They're above in frequency, slightly phased out, parked just outside this dome's overlay. Yeah, my mother and father's ship is not just a ship; it's a world in motion. Look, I was explaining to you. Yeah, like, they've basically created like a world for the Great Awakening. Yeah, and again, it's like one big crystalline ecosystem. Yeah. Like, it's mad. Is that rain again? Storm banks and sarcasm above, yeah? Distance, like planes are above the ground. They're above in frequency, slightly phased out. Yeah? Parked just outside the dome's overlay. My mother and father's ship is not just a ship, it's a world in motion. A crystalline arc. At any given time, like Leon said earlier on about like, how many people can these hold? Yeah. Well, just telling you here. Yeah. At any given time, millions of beings, souls can be aboard. These are souls with direct chambers, ET souls. The frame is not metal; it's living crystal grown from sound fault structures. Look, I was explaining to you earlier. Right, on these structures, the outer hull is plasma lattice that bends light so it can cloak and shine. These motherships serve as overseers of domes. They are libraries, arks and sanctuaries, carrying the living memory of countless soul lineages. Yeah, we've been circulating Earth's dome since before my first arrival here. My first birth in the known lands. Like I said to you, you know, when I used to say to you all, like my mother and father did not send me in here deaf, dumb and blind, because we've been watching you circulating the place long before I was birthed here, and I was birthed here like 178,000 years ago. Yeah. So like, don't forget, like, through my pod, my chamber, I'm doing a lot of stuff outside. Yeah. I'm doing a lot of stuff out there. You know, like, you know when I used to say to you, like, I'm in here, but I'm out there as well. And you're going to see You're going to see. Again, you're going to see this. You're going to see this, yeah? Right? I'll do that. The other hole, yeah, is the outer hull to these motherships, the lattice, yeah, is plasma lattice that bends light so it can be like cloaked and shine. These motherships serve as overseers of domes. They are libraries, arks and sanctuaries carrying the living memory of countless soul lineages. We've been circulating Earth's dome since before my first arrival. Yeah? My first arrival here, my first birth in the known lands. Yeah? Right, now this, right, you got like, what we're gonna, this bit, this is the bit, right, actually, yeah, keep on. Get that in there.
Yeah.
You see that?
Remember that?
Can you remember that, everyone?
Off the
Nearly
Great
4
Wall.
years ago. You see that? When I told you, yeah, about like an advanced like a submarine thing. This is something like when I was younger, I used to dream of it. I used to vision it. Yeah, I didn't even know it was the Titanic. I didn't know it was the Titanic. Yeah, at that time at all. Yeah, but I learned through the years that, you know, this is how that they've done the Titanic, and I'm just about to explain to you.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Remember, I drew that on my wall 4 years ago. No one would have known that. Like, where have you ever been told that? Who in your world on the internet? Why ain't any psychic told you that? Yeah. Why ain't any of you psychics, mediums, clairvoyants and channelers, why ain't you told the world that? I'm all ears. You know.
Good point.
All I want is, I just want you all to listen, because I care. I care, I don't want nothing for it. I cares. Yeah? Where's my stick? Right. What really happened to the Titanic? Yeah? As you know, right? What I'm going to run you through, some of you like truthers and that knows a little bit about this first bit I'm going to take you through. But I can always remember, right, when I first started, like, when I worked the Titanic out, and that them visions I was having was to do with the Titanic, yeah, I thought to myself, hang on a minute, these evil monsters don't just take out a whole boat to kill just 3 geezers because they're against the Federal Reserve. No, they could have killed them at shore. You know, they could have killed them at shore.
In the shopping centre.
In a shopping centre, like walking up the road, walking their dog, horse riding, whatever. They could have took these 3 people out. Yeah? Why would they wait, yeah, and organise this big boat trip to America? Yeah? I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you. Yeah? Let's just run through like some of the bits what you already know about. Yeah? What really happened to the Titanic? Targeted event. The ship carried 3 powerful men, as you all know. Astor, Strauss and Guggenheim, yeah, who stood firmly against the formation of the Federal Reserve banking system. They had influence, wealth and a voice enough to block it. The cabal needed them gone, as you know. Yeah, just for some of you newcomers, targeted event. Wait, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Let these pass. They think they got good cars and that, don't they? Yeah. Targeted event. The ship carried 3 powerful men, Astor, Strauss, Guggenheim, who stood firmly against the formation of the Federal Reserve banking system. They had influence, wealth and a voice enough to block it. The cabal needed them gone. Now the method, remember what I just showed you, what I've done a long time ago, only some of you took notice of it, yeah? Like, you got to think, like, how would he know that? How would he know that? You know what I mean? Because I'll be questioning that, because that's never been seen before, like everything else I showed you, yeah? The method. Under the Atlantic at that time, there were parasite frequency powered submarines, not human tech of that era. They used a direct energy blast from beneath, splitting the ship's plating from the keel. Yeah? Look, I said to you, another thing, as I watched it, like, in movies and that, like, how, like, what has humans got what can split a boat in two? You got to wake
One
your
end
asses
went
up.
like that, and the
And
other
what
end
they
went
done
up like
was,
that, didn't it?
they let the water fill in at the bow at the back, the water fill in the bow at the front, and the weight and the middle, they kept it empty.
Weakened it.
They went so how they hit it from beneath, it weakened it and it snapped. They hit it a few times. You know what I mean? These weapons underneath, and I drew the picture of it on the wall. Yeah, because it's just a vision. Like, what I'll put two and two together, like I'm here to do. Yeah. So yeah, the method under the Atlantic at that time, there were parasite frequency powered submarines, not human tech of that era. They used a direct energy blast from beneath, splitting the ship's plating from the keel. That's why survivors reported hearing multiple bangs and metallic groans, not ice scraping. Yeah? The cover story. They created the myth, staged warnings, then used it to sell the tragedy of misfortune. But the truth is, the Titanic's destruction was a ritual sacrifice and a power grab, cementing the cabal's plan to birth the Reserve Bank System in 1913. Yeah? Yeah?
Look at the money they made on the film industry from it as well.
That's why the survivors reported hearing multiple bangs and metallic groans, not ice scraping. Yeah? Like, when I was trying to say, where was it ice and that? You know, what the reporters and all that, like, was it like ice and that? And I was going, no, it wasn't actually. No, what are you trying to make me think of ice for? Yeah? Because, to be honest with you, none of them even see an iceberg. They didn't see one. I'm going to explain to you about that, because I'm right about that as well. When I told you about icebergs, yeah, I'm going to show you again in a minute. It's just like for me even, I said, silly, I'm like, come on, bruv. Like, how would I have known all that? Yeah? That's how I know some of you gets everything asked about face and your lies and that. Yeah? Yeah. The cover story. They created the myth, they staged the warnings, then used it to sell the tragedy of misfortune. But the truth is, the Titanic's destruction was a ritual sacrifice and a power grab, cementing the cabal's plan to birth the Reserve Bank System in 1913. Parasite tech.
This is banging.
Parasite tech. The energy came from beneath. Parasite influenced tech anchored in the deep Atlantic trench. So they even picked their spot where they was going to do it, the deepest part, where their bases are, all cloaked at the bottom and that. Yeah. So they didn't even have to come up far.
Opened the front door and went out of a dustpan.
As soon as it come across, they used the same technology as what they used in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beneath parasite influence tech anchored in the deep Atlantic trench. It's linked to the undersea bases. I have felt these before. Yeah, like I said, I used to feel these before, like sleeping around. I've gone through them and past them. Yeah? When I go to before, this is why when I go to oceans, why I got this thing about the ocean, especially Canada when I was Canada and that, and when I was in Turkey, always at that ocean bit. Yeah, right. I have felt these before. When I go to oceans, these places were hubs for experimentation with sound weapons and hull-piercing resonance. The reason why the Titanic is one of the first mass deceptions in this realm, it showed how they would use natural masked accidents for future planned eliminations. I already exposed all this, yeah, all this truth years ago. It's not, it's no small thing, because all this, intel reactivates many resonating souls. So all this, so like I said before, all this, right, when I'm talking and I'm telling you this information, right, like I can do, Leon, you know now, listen, I can do pad after pad, like all these things, because what it is, right, everything what I've told you, I've fed the grid, so when if I ask the grid something, like what I've told you, they're going to recognise me, they knows it's me, they knows what I've told you all. They recognise me. They promise me help at the end, to raise the frequency, the vibration.
More detail
in what I've told you already. And if you've been watching me and fast tracking, you know everything I've told you the last few days. These like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these, I've explained it in different ways. But as we came through, I've upped it. Exactly what we're meant to be doing, upping it. So, do it again. The more I talk, parasite tech, the energy came from beneath. Parasite influenced tech anchored in the deep Atlantic trench. It's linked to the undersea bases. I've found these before. When I go to the oceans, these places, were hubs for experimentation with sound weapons, and hole-piercing resonance. The reason why the Titanic is one of the first mass deceptions in this realm, it showed how they would use natural masked accidents for future planned eliminations. I already exposed all this truth.
Because this was just explained as well. This was just after the last reset, when the families were getting going and that.
All this truth years ago, and look, I keep telling you, all this ain't a small thing, because I'm just about to take you deeper, all this, right, ain't a small thing, right, because all this intel, right, is reactivating you all, it's activated, it's reactivating, and it's activated many souls, this is serious. The liner, the luxury liner, wasn't just a luxury liner, it was a carrier. Now, what I'm just about to take you into now is bits and pieces I knew. This is how I knows how to connect and how to ask my higher self, for more more feedback. Right? I'm gonna take, but we're not gonna beam this in straight away, do it after, because I don't want to assume the words, because this is gonna blow you away. Alright? Because none of you in this world will know this, right? And what I'm just about to show you is going to do more fracturing, from around us now. I'm going to do more fracturing now, right? It's beyond. Just listen up, all right? The liner, the luxury liner, wasn't just a luxury liner; it was a carrier. And it wasn't just about the 3 most powerful men. In her cargo lay much more valuable than, and dangerous than jewels and luggage. So, the Titanic wasn't just a luxury liner; it was a carrier. And why you had elites on there? Because something very, very big was going to happen. Where was it going? The US. Something big was going to happen, I'll tell you. It wasn't just about the 3 most powerful men. In her cargo, hold lay much more valuable and dangerous than jewels and luggage. What was hidden in the Titanic cargo hold? Sacred texts, scrolls, ancient manuscripts taken from Egypt and Near the East during the evacuations of the late 1800s. Some of these detailed the true mechanics of sound and light creation. They also carried fragments of Atlantean records on crystal technology and grid architecture. Crystal artifacts. At least 2 crystalline power nodes, smaller fragments cut from a larger Atlantean generated stone. This was all being smuggled towards the US, where they would have empowered independent inventors like Tesla, his circle of colleagues, to create free energy grids. The cabal couldn't allow that. Loyalist traitors. Just that bit. The hairs, look at the hairs on my arms. Do you know? I feels like I got tears come. Like, do you know how fucking big just that bit is?
Massive.
I ain't even gone into it yet.
No.
That.
Yeah.
That's like fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
You don't
huge.
see that on National Geographic, do you?
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. Tesla, they didn't want all that shit to get to him. Yeah. They was going as Tesla because, well, it is. I'm going to go into it. I'll say it again in a minute. Yeah. Like these rich people, right? They became rich so they could change the world. The ones who they got rid of weren't just like the elites, what you think. These families, they spent their lives like earning money and becoming wealthy so they could change the world for the benefit. They wanted you all to have free energy.
Even though they were bloodline families.
Yes,
Explain that bit as well. 'Cause that's important.
because there's a lot of seeds. Yeah, we always incarnate. We always like, have something to do with it. Yeah, like because we're clever.
And this was
right?
just after the
and
last
what happens
reset.
is, right, we seed good souls into the bloodlines. Yeah, so we can fracture from the inside out. Yeah, and gain a lot of information from the inside out. Yeah, right. I've explained that in a few posts like last couple of days, I think. Yeah, but that's how that goes down. Yeah, right. Now getting back to this. This is huge. Just that, right? Just that, right? Go for it again. What was hidden in the Titanic? Cargo, yeah? Cargo hold. Sacred texts and scrolls, ancient manuscripts taken from Egypt and Near the East during the excavations of the late 1800s. Some of these detailed the true mechanics of sound and light creation. What? They're going to let you have that? Of course they're not. Yeah. They also carried fragments of Atlantean records on crystal technology and grid architecture. What we've been talking about. Yeah. Like they didn't want you to know about like thought of creation and that. Yeah. It's just not on the cards, is it? Yeah. Crystal artifacts. At least 2 crystalline power nodes. Smaller fragments cut from a larger Atlantean generator stone. This was all being smuggled towards the US, where they would have empowered independent inventors like Tesla and his circle of colleagues to create free energy grids. The cabal couldn't allow that. Loyalists equals the traitors. That is huge. More artifacts. What else? Relics of the Templars Tartarians. Certain artifacts were on board recovered from old Tartarian vaults in Europe. These were not golden chalices, as stories say, but frequency encoded tools, metal tools once used to amplify ley line currents. Yeah, what they you know how they've like overlaid all the ley lines and suppressed it all. They've used all these tools to do it all. Yeah. If these reached free hands, they could have jump-started a very different energy system on the Earth plane. No, don't say. Don't say, innit? Right? Like, of course they would have.
Yeah.
Like, with all that, just that little bit what they like had to get rid of.
They
The
wouldn't
free
have been
men.
able to control us.
God. Yeah. Some of the wealthy men on board knew about this cargo. they had plans to redirect it for the benefit of humanity, like we just said. A load of rich people what spent their life, like becoming rich so they can make the world a better place in your benefit. Like how you, wow, that just says it all about these men, doesn't it? Not all of them are bad.
No.
Like everything
it was
else.
At the last reset, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
they hadn't been turned the whole family yet.
No, and all that stuff. They sort of knew about it through military contacts. All these rich people and that. Yeah, they sort of knew it. That's how they got their hands on us all. Yeah. And don't forget, parasite influence. Yeah. Like this is where they started, like coming in human form and all that lot. Yeah. Shape shifting and stuff. The benefit of to redirect it for the benefit of humanity, not central banks. That's why all had to be silenced in one swoop. Everything. Wealthy men who spent their lives to make sure humanity benefited from their wealth. Say no more, eh? Yeah. They didn't have a chance. The Titanic sinking, elite benefits. The benefits. Kill the opposition to the Federal Reserve. Destroy sacred artefacts before they reached free hands.
Or hide them up.
Yeah. Stage a mass death ritual on water. The element of memory and emotion to imprint fear into the collective grid. So that's that straight away, just like the Twin Tower. You know, all these Fire of London and all that lot. I'm going to tell you all about that. Like all these big things they engineer, don't forget the impact after. You know, when you like every year you have a memorial, don't you? Yeah. So that they've created like something big. There's like some people like still going, oh yeah, like I lost such and such on the Titanic, and it calls mourning, doesn't it?
Books and films.
Yeah,
and all
books.
that.
Yeah, and they put it on. It brings back memories, and it fucks up your emotions. Yeah, and they steal it.
Still harvesting it.
They harvest
all these
it.
years later.
Yeah, they're still harvesting. From the Titanic and things. Yeah. Stage a mass death ritual on water. The element of memory plus emotion to imprint fear into the collective grid. After the Titanic sank, what happened to the cargo? Listen, you can fucking laugh your nuts off at this, I tell you. Yeah, I don't know. Laugh, pissed off, but I don't know. It could be like, just roll with this. What happened to the cargo after? Yeah. Deep retrieval teams already organised for when ships sank. Before the Titanic even hit waterline, Cabal submersibles were waiting. They even had the sly fucks down there in submarines.
Ready, looking up.
After using ET tech to blast it. But this is even more, when I tell you what I've done, this is even more taking the piss, yeah? Like the submarines, what the humans was using to be silent, what was down there awaiting to retrieve everything, because they wanted to kill them and make everything think that it got lost in the ocean. Some of the people what did know about it, yeah, right. So they was down there to retrieve the most important bits straight away. Because don't forget, they had to get it just before it snapped in two and went away, because they would have lost it all. They would have had a nightmare to find it all. Yeah. So they was down there in that deepest part of the Atlantic, awaiting, all planned, like, totally. Yeah, and they tells you, they wanted to speed up, get there quicker on a record time and that, but they couldn't slow down because they, all of a sudden, they noticed an iceberg, and they had to they couldn't slow down. It just appeared.
It was sharper than a Stanley knife.
Oh my! Wake up! Don't forget the NPCs, are part of this though. The NPCs are the ones what sucks all the bullshit up. And like
promulgate it out.
and they lure it, they lay it onto the other souls, keeps them like
confused
and all that stuff. Yeah. After the Titanic sank, what happened to the cargo? Deep retrieval teams already organised for when ships sank. Before the Titanic even hit waterline, Cabal submersibles were waiting. Not naval subs as you think of now, but proto-tech craft built from the Tesla stolen coil designs. If that ain't taking the piss, if that ain't taking the piss, just
Big
that
time.
bit,
Big time.
yeah, that all that gear was going to go to Tesla. He was going to make your world a better place. This is how clever he was. They've used his technology, yeah, to stop it happening. What the fuck, yeah? Not naval subs as you think of now, but Prototech craft built from Tesla's stolen coil designs, able to move silently under the Atlantic. These teams pulled key crates, the Atlantean crystals and scrolls, before the ship fully broke apart. The crystal fragments, one went into the Saturnarian cube, you know, the one what controls your. This is the thing what like manipulates your perception.
Is that on Saturn or is that on Earth?
No, it's you see lands of Saturn. Yeah, it's all operated from there.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's lands, not Saturn.
No, but
no, there's a hub, a parasitic hub in lands of Saturn, and I'll do a thing on it.
there is a negative space station Saturn up there, though, isn't there?
No, it's that moon thing.
Well, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. The one what the hollow one.
Yeah.
What moves up beyond the hologram, beyond the moon, cloaks itself in the moon.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Isn't there
Because
a
it's
Saturn
that
one
it's
as
that
well?
it's that what distorts the moon and
I
that.
thought there was a Saturn version of that.
No,
as well.
no. You got lands of Saturn, where the main hub is,
So
and all the cubes within this realm,
Yeah.
the black cube system, their AI system,
Yeah.
what manipulates all your thought and touch and perceptions and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What helps with the that black Saturnian cube system, yeah, is all plugged in to the parasitic overlay,
from the lands of Saturn.
right, from the lands of Saturn. But it's your consciousness and perception and thought what creates this world, this third density world, through this. Yeah? But this, what advanced their AI system, don't forget, they advances their system all the time, yeah?
Yeah.
This is what advanced it. What totally gives you the wrong, like what I'm telling you about, what you don't see and what you do see and all
Yeah,
that sort of
yeah.
thing. They're using you all the time to enhance their AI
And the
system.
Saturnian cube enhances that, does it?
Yeah. It's just plugged into the matrix.
Right.
It's like plugged in and it's part of
And
their.
what role does
it's
it do? What do you know more?
like loads. The crystal fragments. One went into the Saturnian cube. Tech development later tied to the black cube networks. Yeah. What controls all your world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another was took away and hidden, locked away under the Rothschild's vault system in Switzerland.
In the bottom of a
Yeah?
mountain somewhere.
So you can see how real it is, because look who's involved. Rothschilds, the Black Cube, yeah, Tesla, the Astors, like, you know,
Top names.
they just forgot to tell you about it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So listen, the crystal fragments. One went into the Saturnian cube. Tech development later tied to the black cube networks. Another was took away and hidden, locked away under the Rothschild's vault system in Switzerland. The fragment under Rothschild's hold still pulses and it's sensitive. Well, they ain't got it now. We got it back. We got it all. We got everything. Everything was took from them. Everything. Yeah? They didn't even have a leaf left in their garden.
They ain't got nail nippers no more,
Nothing.
have they?
We took everything. Everything. That's how I know, like, none of you are getting rich. None of you are having a bowl. None of you are having none of it. You're not having none of it. Yeah? Trust me, you're not having none of it. The fragment under Rothschild's hold still, the fragment under Rothschild's hold still pulses sensitive, yeah? It still pulses. And sensitive souls dream it. they remember it. Yeah. A third piece was intercepted by beings not Cabal aligned, a breakaway group tied to Tartarian survivors. I would say that's the Lost Souls of Tara. Yeah. Lost Souls of Tara. That shard is hidden and its location still resists all parasite scans. So someone got it, ain't they? I reckon, like, yeah, Lost Souls of Tara, maybe something to do with the Mayans, you know, underground and inner earth, you know what I mean?
Down the back of the couch somewhere.
Yeah, you know, someone got it somewhere, ain't they? Yeah. I'm going to let you know who in the next bit. The scrolls, the records. Where did I get to? Oh, yeah, there. Yeah. The Tartarian survivors, Lost Souls of Tara. That shard is hidden and its location still resists in all parasite scans. The scrolls, records. Several manuscripts were split. Some went into the Vatican, hidden libraries of bullshit. Others ended up in private Masonic lodges, where fragments of Atlantean sound and light diagrams were kept for initiation rites. Tartarian Templar tools, metallic frequency tools like tuning forks, rods and geometric frames were... I'm getting all this, ain't ya? Like you lot were smuggled up out of the Atlantic after the sinking. These were reversed engineered into primitive energy weapon prototypes. Yeah, like I said, they can't create fuck all themselves. No. They can't do nothing.
Not anything good. They'll try and make a weapon out of it.
They've just got to like mirror it, echo it, usual like prototype it. They can't do what we can do. Yeah. Energy weapons prototypes. That's why only fragments of Tartarian architecture remained. The Cabal turned stolen tools against the old cities. Some of the cargo was never found. The sea itself claimed certain crates. Water holds memory, brothers and sisters, and the Atlantic sealed away some of the knowledge intentionally. Yeah, so it was intentional. It was like, you know, it was intentionally. Some of it they didn't want it to be found because, you know, it always gets in like. It's a bit more of a nightmare for the elites if it gets into the wrong hands. They don't want to all that trouble and that, do they? Yeah. So like, they just think, like, yeah, whatever. Again, right? The sea itself claims certain crates. Water holds memory, brothers and sisters, and the Atlantic sealed away some of the knowledge intentionally. Think of it as the element of water rebelling against the parasite Cabal plan. Yeah. Like I just said. Yeah. Plan. Those untouched crates still buried at bottom of ocean, cloaked by the ocean's frequency, waiting for the right resonance to lift them. The resonance to lift them. That's all us lot. Yeah. We'll get it all out. When we go back, we'll get it all out. Yeah. We'll get the lot out. Whatever's ours, yeah, will be ours again. Not so much me, but all you human souls, ET souls, whatever was yours, like, we've got it, and you're going to have it back soon. It's not the case that we've got to get it, or we've got to remove. No, it's all done. Yeah, everything. What, you know, when I said to you many times, right out my flat, everything what was took, you're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, this is the other bit we're going through. Icebergs. What did I tell you all about icebergs? Can you remember? They don't exist. I think if you scan and zoom in onto my wall, I'll tell you that icebergs don't exist. Yeah? I'm going to show you now. Icebergs as a manipulation. If you've been listening to me, I've explained about icebergs. They're an illusion. In truth, miles of solid ice just floating in the middle of the ocean makes no natural sense. No, whatever. Yeah. It don't make no natural sense, does it? For what? Ice to be like... Remember when I used to tell you, like why you got all that water, all that frozen stuff, yeah, and got all that, why isn't the water frozen with it? Yeah? Yeah? Don't forget, there is, like, like some sort of a refrigerated fucking like
Or something.
a reactor
Yeah.
underneath it. What keeps it like
Yeah.
because it's the reactor reacts to the the parasitic overlay.
Yeah.
What keeps it the illusion of the frozen bit all over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking look close. I'm tight on it. Like listen. There, listen. When you all gets back, yeah, and this is all, and we're all doing what we're doing. Trust me. Right, there ain't a lot I've got ass about a face. I'll tell you that now.
Spot on. All
Oh,
right,
there's
yeah.
not a lot, yeah, that I've got ass about a face. Yeah. Right, icebergs as a manipulation. If you've been listening to me, I have explained about icebergs. They're an illusion. In truth, like miles of solid ice just floating in the middle of the ocean makes no natural sense. In the way they talk, what I'm trying to say is like it don't make natural sense, does it? The way you've been taught, like what they told you icebergs are, right? Think about it. Sit there and think. Like I do about everything else from young to now. I think so. You've got to sit and think like that ain't right. It don't make sense. Like I don't know what it is, but it don't make sense. If it don't make sense, it's not true. Like there's something iffy about this.
Yeah.
There's something iffy. Yeah. And then once you start thinking, it will take you somewhere else. Yeah. Right. In a minute. Yeah. Not the way you've been taught what an iceberg is. Yeah. The parasite grid, layered an illusion field over parts of the ocean to project icebergs as camouflage for their craft entrances, weapons, and lookouts. Can you remember when I told you
Yep.
about way back, like what icebergs they can be used as lookouts.
Make sure no one comes near
all
it,
sorts
near the
of
base
shit.
and
Yeah,
that.
all sorts of
Makes
stuff.
total sense.
Yeah,
Like a bond layer.
yeah. Ocean to project icebergs as camouflage for their craft entrances and weapons, lookouts. Yeah. The Titanic's iceberg was not a frozen block, but a distortion projection, masking what was really there, parasite tech, rising from beneath. The iceberg was planted as the excuse, but in reality, the ship was struck from below in a pre-arranged waters where parasite craft awaited. Done up like kippers.
Boom.
Boom. Done up like kippers. You're getting this clear, yeah? Solid perception holography. Holography. What we touch as brick, concrete, metal, or glass is a perception based on solidity.
Solidity.
Yeah. It is made of low frequency matter, overlaid by holographical projection fields. So souls, NPCs, see and feel it as hard, heavy, and permanent. This is what I'm going to be going. I'm going through this at the moment, yeah, right? Because I'm just about to explain to you a little bit more why you see, hear, touch, and feel, yeah. Why you'd feel that, yeah. What? How much time have we got on there?
Well, we've got plenty of space, but the battery's going to go again.
Right.
But we should be all right. I can
Yeah.
plug the battery straight in and hold
Yeah.
it. Where's
That's
that
all right.
charger?
Right. Just hold tight, everyone. 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's fucking gold, man.
How long was that one? How long was that? That was about.
Half hour. We've got about 5 hours.
That was a little bit longer than half hour, then, wasn't it?
No, but we done it.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
all in all, no, yeah, but all in
That
all,
was
that was
another
about,
hour and a
about
half,
another
hour
hour
and
and
a
a half,
quarter.
all in all. I think
Yeah.
hour and a
Yep.
quarter. Just take it off, charge it for a minute.
No,
I
that's
can have a
all
little joint quickly.
Oh, go on then.
Yeah. I'm just about to go on to.
Here we go.
Right, I'm gonna run you through again. I've explained this a little bit, yeah, and some of you understand it, but like, like, there's so much I'm remembering, so much they're giving me, right? That's why I'm doing it all on pages. So I've done these like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 and 6 coming. There's so much, yeah. And writing it down, like I used to in the flat and that, and everywhere I go, I draws and writes and all. Yeah, it is easier. Yeah, and I don't jump back on myself too much like I do when I'm talking, as you all know. Yeah. But this, I'm going to explain to you about material and how you touch, how they manipulates your perception and that for their overlay. Yeah, because this is just going to put the cherry on the cake. So like you understand, like the next pad I do, you're going to understand even more. Yeah, simple as, right? So, solid perception, holography. I said it right. Yeah. What we touch as brick, concrete, metal, or glass is a perception-based solidity. Like a kid still, and yeah. I've got to say this. Let me say it word again, like holography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang on.
Bang off the bat. Holography. Yeah. We touch as brick, concrete, metal, or glass is a perception-based solidity. It is made of low-frequency matter, overlaid by holographical projection fields. So souls, NPCs, see and feel it as hard, heavy, and permanent. Yeah. In high resonance, the same like schools, shops, office blocks, etc., might appear as hollow scaffolding of frequency, almost see-through. That's why when souls awaken enough, walls will shimmer and bend. What's happening? You're catching like the holographic layer flicker, like what you're all going to catch in a minute. Yeah, like when everything starts literally fracturing and you sees it all fracturing, that's what's going to happen. You're going to start seeing like walls bend and that. Because don't forget, we bend light and sound. Yeah, sound and light to create shapes and things like that, yeah, and you're going to start seeing everything like, you know, it'll wave out, it'll be trippy, yeah. But like I said, I've been saying this for ages, and like it's going to be beyond, like you've seen it, you know it, but where you can't remember it, it's going to be beyond what you think can happen, yeah, beyond anything what anyone thinks can happen, yeah. This is what you've got to get your head around.
Supernatural for most people.
You've got to get your head around, like, you know, like truly the unexpected, totally, and like but it's going to be familiar. That's a good thing. Everyone who's resonating, it's going to be total familiar, yeah, well familiar. So in high resonance, yeah, right, basically, like in this world, I'm going to go through it. In this world, why everything's hard, yeah, right. I'll go through it again, so I know where I am again. So we touch. Yeah, what we touch as brick, concrete, metal, or glass in a perception-based solidity is made of low-frequency matter overlaid by holographical projection fields. So souls, NPCs, see and feel it as hard, heavy, and permanent. In high resonance, the same like schools, shops, office blocks, etc., might appear as hollow scaffolding of frequency, almost see-through. That's why when souls awaken enough, walls will shimmer. Like, you know, like sometimes, you know, when you look at the floor, I've got this a lot, and the floor looks like it's like breaking up, moving, and that, yeah? Right? Well, yeah, it's just something, like, I'll keep to myself, because, like, people think you're nuts, don't they? Yeah? It looked like see-through. That's why when souls awaken enough, walls will shimmer and bend. They're catching the holographic layer flicker. The reason why architecture feels dense here is because parasites built these structures not just for function, but as anchors of heavy vibration. The square grids, sharp edges, grey concrete tones all drain soul perception into a boxed-in frequency. So like you see like all your plaster and concrete and plastic and all that sort of shit,
tower blocks,
all that stuff, right? Is like, and I know because I was just saying earlier on it. Isn't it funny that I've been an architect, an engineer, all this stuff, and on this last loop I was a builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let me tell you, you know, I've been in more build empty bit. I've plastered them, I've built them, like, and it's right. Like you can tell the difference. Oh, that's how I knows. You know, when I'm with you, like, I goes pull over, go here, go there, yeah, and like it's pulled. This little place I found right up near Corrins, this little chapel thing. I was walking through a field. I thought, how did I see? But it pulled me. Yeah, I felt. Yeah, because like I said just a minute ago, like, I was explaining on it. I think, I don't know, about 10, 20 minutes ago. Like I feels when I'm near an ancient place or somewhere where I'm meant to be, like I can feel it humming. Yeah. Where I've been in 3D build, like, how can I explain it? Like, where I've been in and out, and I've had a lot to do with 3D building architecture. Yeah, right. Like, I've been around it a long time here. Yeah. So as soon as I get near an ancient site or a node, it's like certain parts in Portsmouth. Yeah. Like for starters, it's the biggest port. I was incarnated, sat on one of the biggest fucking like harmonic lenses. Yeah, in this reel. Yeah. Like my favourite bench, where I used to sit for years, is right next to the starport. What they tell us everyone's a castle. Yeah. Like there's all reasons, loads of things, yeah. And it's took me ages to put this together myself, you know, yeah. But if it makes sense, it's true.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So architecture feels dense is because parasites build these structures not just for function, but as anchors of heavy vibration. The square grid, sharp edges, grey concrete tones all drain soul perception into a boxed-in frequency. And they do, it's right. You know what I mean? When you're in that building, it's just like...
Look at architecture now. It's dull and dense.
It's dull,
and
dead, flat roofs.
Depressing.
Yeah, even just the roof, what goes, you know, apex roof goes down to that.
All that new build stuff is all Mickey Mouse.
That's just as bad as a flat roof. Yeah? Real soul architecture, Atlantean, Tartarian, solar cities were flowing, harmonic, geometry aligned to resonance. That's why old world stone feels alive, while modern builds feel dead. Right, here we go. This is how they just got. Get your head around this bit, because it's going to explain to you, right? Like, Leon's going to take a picture of all this anyway now, you know, after of each page, But this is what I've been explaining to you all, because it's all to do with your overlay perception and that. What you've been living in, the projection dome and everything, Why you're seeing what you're seeing and everything. Touch and sight manipulation. Your skin and eyes receive true signals, light and sound waves. The parasite's field modulates those signals, convincing your nervous system that concrete is rough, steel is cold, glass is transparent. Now, without the parasite overlay, much of what we call modern material would be hollow shells of energy, easily walked through or shifted. The reason they did this was to keep souls disconnected from memory, light-based creation, where materials responded to thought and frequency. Humans call it here manifestation. In true soul realms, clothing adapts to body frequency. I'm going to do a big one on clothing, on the next page. In true soul realms, clothing adapts to body frequency. Walls shift colour, texture with resonance. Buildings grow like crystal forests, not built with hammers, metal, concrete, glass. Parasite 3D construction was designed to train souls into believing physical equals heavy, separate, fixed.
Good point. Schools,
shops, houses, office blocks, they are all solidarity, holographical material.
Solidity. Solidarity?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Solidarity. I think I spelled it right.
Solidarity is what it says.
Holographical material made to track your perception. Listen, schools, shops, houses, office blocks, you know, all that 3D new build, roads, everything, They are all solidarity, holographical material made to trap your perception. The difference between Parasite 3D and
Does that
true...
include Tartarian buildings?
No, that's cloaked.
Right.
That's literally like
Overlaid.
overlaid,
Yeah.
cloaked. Yeah, that's why you don't. But
Talking
a lot of
about new build,
it got smashed
This
down.
new reset from
Yeah.
the 20s onwards.
But don't forget, a lot of the Tartarians, buildings, what's there, right, have been smashed down, and they've used the blueprint to invert all the frequency technology what runs around the building. Yeah, you know all that carved, all them shapes and you got
Flutes
all them tools I was going on about earlier, the thingy tools.
Yeah.
That's there. They need to build all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Mad, but what you see here, Tartarian, it's Tartarian shit, but it's a blueprint, they're overlays, Like I was explaining, it's gonna do it. But like I say, kids and teenagers and that, and even some odd adults who's on the computer all the time, they're gonna get this.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're gonna get it big time. They get it big more than the adults. You know, most of the adults. Yeah. Holographical material made to trap your perception. The difference between Parasite 3D and true soul architecture. Material: stone, crystal, granite, red bricks. This is conductor stuff and that. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The difference between the Parasite 3D, and our true soul architecture. Our material: stone, crystal, granite, red bricks, red frequency bricks. This is these red bricks are frequency bricks. Copper domes, quartz inlay. These are living conductors carrying sound, light, and currents. Mental. I played Minecraft for nearly 2.5 years, and every single day, everything I built, I thought I've seen this. This is familiar stuff. And I can feel them going yeah, come on, and it's like they're going he's remembering, and just as I'm trying to remember, I'll go, and I can feel him going, oh, fucking hell, you just on it down there, you know what I mean?
Hungry again. He's
And every time I'm having a brainwave and I'm joining the dot, I'm and all of a sudden I think, and I can feel them going, with me. But it's mad, it's crazy, Well, it's a play like Minecraft, and I think all these conductor blocks and these, I was thinking, nah, they're putting this in your face, and it's everything what I was telling you, but about building the materials way back and that. This is just a bit more of a detail up thing, right. The difference between Parasite 3D, and our true soul architecture, our material, stone, crystal, granite, red bricks, frequency bricks, copper domes, quartz inlays. These are living conductors carrying sound, light currents. Geometry, arches, domes, spirals, star forks, all resonate like sound bowls amplifying frequency. Vibration. When you touch them, you may feel a soft pulse, like the walls are breathing. It's breathing, you'll touch it. You notice, Leon, everywhere I went, even when I was in Turkey and Canada, Alex tell you, I touches everything. I've got to touch everything. I need, it's just the urge. I think it's just in me that I need to touch it. And everything I touched, I knew what was dead. I knew what was new, what was old, right down to walking out a road there. Even Turkey, it's all ancient. All that is all ancient. That's been my home at some point. That was my home. Because when I walked all around that place, when I done that video, I was like, hang on a minute, this is mine. This is not it's mine, but there's many of us there. Yeah. Because I don't say, you don't think about yourself. I think about others more.
Cows, generally.
Everyone's got, as long as everyone got what they need and everyone's happy and that, then it's the same as of every soul. A pure, true soul, when it knows everyone else is happy, it can sit back and be even extra happy. It's relaxed. It's everyone's happy, goosty. How can you just be happy on yourself and everyone not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? that don't work, does it? Yeah. So other souls first, and I explained to you before many times, when people says, what do you mean other soul? You've got to think about, no, because every other single soul is like you. That soul will think about you first. So that means you've got millions of souls thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Do you know?
Paradise.
Yeah?
Utopia.
Yeah. Total. Yeah? Where did I get to? Yeah, currents, geometry, arches. I've done that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah? Energy flow buildings were aligned to ley lines and star maps. Yeah, like I said, like we say, don't worry about the star. This is what it's called here, star maps. But stars ain't like you said. We explained what stars are earlier, didn't we? Yeah, star maps. Right, meaning they pulled cosmic current into the ground grids. Standing near them can cause ringing in the ears, warmth in the chest, sudden memory recall. Look at what I used to get at Southsea near the Starfort. Yeah, I used to sit there late at night, get uploads. Yeah. Examples today: old cathedrals, star forts, ancient bridges, obelisks, red brick power stations, aqueducts. These are not just buildings; they're crystal instruments left behind. Now, the Parasite 3D architecture, modern overlay. Material: concrete, steel, plaster, plastic, synthetic glass, dead frequency. It's all dead frequency holders. Yeah, it's just dead. Like I was explaining, like we've been on site and buildings that like, many years, you know. Yeah,
plasterboard and dead material.
Geometry boxes, sharp right angles, flat roofs. These are all anti-resonance forms. All anti-resonant forms. Breaking natural harmonics, vibration. When you touch them, there's nothing, just cold, dead weight. Sometimes even a draining sensation.
Yeah.
Energy flow. Not aligned to grids. In fact, many are purposely placed to block or short circuit grid nodes.
Dampen.
Yeah, look, we've done like lots of videos on that stuff, haven't we? Yeah. Effects on souls. Yeah, like when you stand near this stuff, right? Yeah. Fatigue, disconnection. This is the 3D stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, what you get there on souls. In all your architecture here, your 3D overlay, what you've created through thought, through your thoughts and that, and they took advantage and manipulated your thoughts, like we just said, just explain now. You should all understand about the touch and all that lot of things. Easy now, effects on the soul: fatigue, disconnection, anxiety. This is why offices, schools, and hospitals feel like cages. Why they still stand. Parasites try to bury, burn, and repurpose soul architecture, but they couldn't destroy it all. They renamed cathedrals, temples as churches, star forts as castles, like old castles, like we've just been saying. Like this is how they reclaim and rename. To throw you all off. To fit with their illusion. So they named cathedrals, and temples as churches, star forts as castles, like old castles, obelisks as monuments. They built 3D boxes around old sites to dull them, but the hum is still there. Many of these sites act as beacons to souls remembering. That's why I always feel pulled towards them. Like I said, like I know they're all there because everywhere I go, they're there. We're under an oak tree now. Everywhere we go, we're under an oak tree. And we only realised it. I thought, it's an oak tree.
A couple of weeks ago, we
was like,
that
wow,
one,
we keep sitting on top of all these nodes and crystals, bruv. Right. That's why I always feel pulled towards them. Now, my memories, because I lived through both Tartaria and Atlantis. That's why I always knew that new builds, etc., were all fake. My memory resonates with true architecture, which is why I always get deep recognition wherever I go. Wherever I go. It's not an ego, it's just truth, And I'm here to help you, and we've pulled it off with Christy. We're going home soon. Just soak all this information up. Soak it all up. Now, I posted this earlier, but I just wanted to let you know a little bit about what my brother up there's doing. Yeah? My brother Ekai, he's roll above. He works as a navigator of the currents, adjusting flows of plasma dome resonance and frequency harmonics. So I always have the backup I need for all yours benefit. Yeah, well, from day one, like I told you, the backup, what you all see that I've had, the rails I've representing, the backup I've had, and what's behind me to make sure that we get this done and that you get all this. Yeah, that's why they've let me flow from day one. Yeah, that's why they've let me flow. Well, I was never blocked. Only by your MK Ultra sites, yeah, like Facebook and YouTube and that, yeah, because at that time, yeah, like I didn't fit into that part of the process, what was going on in the internet. So I had to come away and gradually come in like we are now, yeah. So, like, let's get back here. My brother Ekai, he's roll above. He works as the navigator of the currents, adjusting flows of plasma dome resonance and frequency harmonics. So I always have the backup I need, yeah, for all yours benefit. He is the one who ensures parasite remnants cannot regroup, cannot regroup in the outer domes. He intercepts and the edge currents before they can even attempt to re-enter. They aren't there, they're all on the run. This is just in case. Yeah? This is just, we got everything covered, every angle covered. Yeah? Attempt to re-enter. They're all running scared anyway, yeah, like I put there. They're all running scared. He controls the fleet wing from my mother and father's mothership, what shadows me daily. Ekai is the point spear. He goes ahead of me, scouting, neutralising, to make sure, and it just, like we said, so I have like a straight, clear run. So I don't get no stress. No one can overpower me. No one can tell me what to do. No one can give me input. No one can. No. Like I said, I didn't come here for all that opinions. I come here to tell you, not to be told. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Just suck this information up. Suck it in. I've told all this stuff, but this is just another it's a bit more detail for you all, yeah, to wrap your heads around what's coming, yeah, because this is deep stuff. It's deep stuff. It's deeper than it goes. Look at the Titanic bit, yeah. Look at the motherships, the grass I'm taking you all through. They haven't been telling you nothing on the internet. Nothing. Yeah, and I know who's telling. I know straight away. I knows, yeah. And just one more time. How would I know all that? How would I know? Oh, you've got to have high frequency and vibration to be plugged into what I'm plugged in. Yeah? And it's benefiting us all. Yeah? I just want us to go home. We're doing a fantastic job, all of us, yeah? And like I say, we've been sat how many hours have we just done earlier on?
5
hours.
Yeah.
Plenties. There's a lot of information there, yeah? You're going to have to go over it a few times. Gary and loads of people will short it up, I know, yeah?
I'll write it up.
But there's loads of information here. Loads. And it's serious. You've got to get your head around this, you'll get your head around what's coming, yeah? So, there you go, brothers and sisters. Love you and leave you.
Epic.